Did LEGO just release another secret Ninjago set? Sorta, but not exactly. Let me explain. You see, earlier this year, a LEGO City set was released that came with this green snake-themed car. I immediately noticed that this vehicle was very reminiscent of the old Serpentine vehicles from Ninjago in 2012, and I made a video all about that, reviewing the set and discussing its place in a Ninjago collection. With that one, I don't know if that was an intentional Ninjago reference, but it definitely could have been. However, with this new set, it's almost definitely just a coincidence, but the build still fits in great with Ninjago sets. I'm of course referring to the all-new LEGO City Red Double-Decker Sightseeing Bus set, because it's very reminiscent of the bus that we see in Ninjago Seabound. In the episode Assault on Ninjago City, we see Dareth riding on a bus like this with a few other tourists, and they get caught in the flood and Jay comes to save them. And if we compare the bus in the show to the actual set, while they're not exactly the same, there's a lot of similarities. This set was, by the way, sent to me by LEGO for review, but all opinions expressed in this video are my own. But yeah, with this set earlier this year, I thought there was a pretty good chance that one was a reference. This, I'm almost positive, is not an intentional reference, but that doesn't mean this still isn't a great Ninjago set, and just a great set in its own right. So let's take a look at all the details of it. First thing I want to point out is all these graphics on the side. You can see there's the city back here and it just says City Tour, and we have this little flag and a path taking the bus into the city. Now I think these stickers look really cool and definitely could fit in the Ninjago world, but if you wanted to make this more like the bus we see in the show, of course these are stickers. You could just leave them off when you build. You can make your own custom stickers to put on there instead, or just leave them off entirely. And I think both are good options, but honestly I think it looks good like this with the stickers on. I don't mind that at all. Coming around front, we have printed pieces right here that display where the bus is going. This is a really cool feature. You can see it rotates in here. And we have a few different printed tiles. We have Park, Downtown, Harbor, and Museum. And these are all references to different LEGO sets that I believe are out now. Downtown is of course the LEGO City Downtown set from last year. Harbor is the new Harbor set from this wave. Museum, I believe, is referencing the modular building because I don't think we have a LEGO City Museum, at least that we've gotten recently. But if I'm missing something, let me know in the comments. And then finally Park, which I don't know if there's like a specific park set that came out recently, but there's lots of parks in LEGO City, and I'm pretty sure a lot of those sets are still on shelves. But then in a Ninjago context, all of this works too. Harbor we do see in like the Ninjago City dock set. There's definitely downtown areas of the Ninjago City sets. The little build that holds the memorial for Zane could be considered a park. And of course there's the Ninjago City Museum that's in the Ninjago City Gardens set. The bus in the show didn't have this up here, so you could remove this if you wanted to, but honestly I think it adds more to the build and just makes it more interesting. My personal favorite though is to have it displayed on Harbor, because this bus appears in Ninjago Seabound, so it makes sense for it to be driving to a more water-themed location. On the other side, you can see there's more similar stickers as well as some doors. There's doors in the center to make it more handicap accessible, which is great. I'm really happy to see that. The one in Ninjago did not have that, so if you wanted to remove that, you could. But again, I think this is a genuinely really cool upgrade. The bus is built in two sections, and you can take the top section off to get better access into the interior. And here's how it looks inside. You can see there's a classic steering wheel at the front, as well as 4 total seats down here, 1 for the driver and 3 for the passengers. Then there's a little bit of room to walk along the side, a place in the center to keep a stroller, and then stairs at the very back, which take you to the upper level. The upper level has quite a few more seats, a total of 5. So you can have the person giving the tour at the front, and then other passengers either sitting in the seats or looking off the side taking pictures. Of course, there's the walkway on the side to allow you to get to your seats, but also allows you to display minifigures standing up, looking out over the top of the bus. Of course, if you want to use this for a Ninjago display, it would make sense to have Dareth up here. He's the character that we see on this in the show. And then even though I don't believe this actually happens in the show, I found it fun to have a Hydro Whipper up here too, just to even further indicate that this is meant to be a Seabound display. Around the back, there's a little sticker referencing the Robot World set, which is the amusement park like roller coaster. I always love when LEGO City sets reference each other. Obviously, that's not Ninjago related, so it's up to you whether you want to keep or remove that sticker. And then it says City Tour at the bottom, and this is actually a flap that comes up, and behind that you can actually see there's a little battery that's powering the bus. Finally, the set comes with what I believe is an all-new stroller piece, and that's a really cool new molded part. It uses like the skateboard wheels and classic handlebars at the back. But yeah, that can clip into this section right here, which is why that was so open. Alternatively, if you have like a wheelchair from another set, that probably also fits there, but that's genuinely a super cool inclusion. And that's most of what there is to the build of this set. I have Dareth driving it now because that does happen in the episode. But yeah, I genuinely really love this. In the context of Ninjago, it's awesome, just something to add to a Seabound display. But even outside of that, just as a LEGO City set, I think this is really well done. I'll talk about that a little bit more at the end of the video though. For now, let's take a look at the minifigures that actually come in this set, so sorry Dareth, you're gonna have to sit this one out. And then afterwards I'll talk about the price, whether or not I recommend this set, and just give you my overall thoughts. Here are the first 2 minifigures, and of course all the minifigures in this set are just generic LEGO City civilians, so a lot of quite common parts, but there is a few cool things in here. These first 2 figures are the driver / tour guide and the mother. The driver I don't think uses any new parts. That torso print might be new, but it feels familiar to me, so I'm not positive on that. Same thing with the face print. I'm not positive I've seen that before, but I think I have. And then of course the hat's a very old, very common piece. He fits his role well though, like he looks how he's supposed to. And I actually quite like that facial expression. No alternate face, but that makes sense because it would show out the back of the hat. But yeah, he perfectly screams tour guide. No complaints with that design. The mother, I like this like blue jacket sweater thing she has on. I think that's a cool design. She uses the Black Widow hairpiece, which is a really good hairpiece, but does come in a lot of sets. And then this is a very generic face print. I've seen that in lots and lots and lots of sets. No back face print on that. And then of course, yes, there's also the baby, which I somewhat showed you before. Just a generic Lego baby, white torso, no printing or anything. They're always very cute, very nice to get, but nothing like all too new or special there. And then the other two figures in this set are two sightseers. The one on the left has a face print that was introduced last year. It's a great face print. I'm happy to see it's coming in more sets. It is pretty common now. It does come in a lot of sets, but it is a really good one, so that doesn't bother me. The hat's from a minifigure series, I think last year or the year before. It has come in a few wide release sets, but it is still a somewhat uncommon part, so that's nice to get here. But my favorite part about this guy is this torso print. That's just such a cool design. He's wearing like a Hawaiian shirt with leaves and little starfishes on it, and bright yellow is just a cool color to see because we don't see that too often in Lego City. And that torso print continues all the way around the back too. Very like bright, colorful, and fun. I love that one. And then the one on the right has this teal jacket, which is another great piece. Again, not positive if that one's new or not, but I don't believe I've seen it before. Teal's always an amazing color though. It's a simple design, but it does look great. She does have a little bit of leg printing, which is nice. And then her face print's also quite common, far from my favorite, but it's fine for what it is. I believe it is double-sided as well. Yeah, she's got the closed eyes face on the other side, which, hey, is a cool option. I like that that's there. But the most interesting part is probably her hairpiece, because that's the Monica Rambeau hairpiece from LEGO Marvel, but it's been recolored in dark brown. I know that's a new War recolor for it. I don't know if this is the first appearance of that recolor, but it's great to see that part in more colors because, yeah, that's one of the most detailed hair pieces we've ever seen, and it looks amazing. I was happy to see the original color coming in LEGO City sets and not just, like, in the LEGO Marvel minifigure series, so it's great to see them recoloring it, too. As far as just, like, generic civilians go, this is a really good collection. I'm incredibly happy with it. And so, overall, what are my thoughts on this set? Honestly, this set is really, really good. The price on this one is $29.99 in the US and Europe, and I had to do a double take when reading that because I was fully expecting this to be like $40 or $50. Now let me be clear, this is definitely not a $50 set, and $40 probably would have been just right for it, but $30 is absolutely a great price. Getting 4 or 5 minifigures if you count the baby in a $30 set's amazing in the first place, but the build's also quite large, like there's tons of room in it, and there's 384 pieces total, which is great as well. And then on top of all that, of course, the main point of this video, yeah, this fits in great in a Ninjago collection. If you're a fan of Ninjago Seabound, I highly recommend picking this one up. But even if you don't like Ninjago at all, it's a great set in its own right. The whole Ninjago collection is just a very, very appreciated bonus. So 100% I would recommend this set, especially if you find it on sale eventually, because LEGO City sets usually do go on sale at some point. This is a really good value for your money and just a great set in general. But of course, those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think of this set in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe to my channel if you're new. And let me know in the comments which LEGO City set you want to see an early review on next. But as to this one, I think that's about all I have to say. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!